Okay, hi everybody. Kemi Omololu, Nigerian journalist, pharmacist, PR specialist. I'm doing a documentary called Surviving Davido. This is part 6 of it, and it's going to be called Chapter 6. It's a docuseries, and it's going to be 10 chapters, and I might make it 20 if I want to. But there's a lot you need to know about pop star Davido. This is an unauthorized biography if it was a book. Davido, a pop star, 26 years old. I met his mother when he was still in the womb, and he was born in Atlanta, Georgia. They lived on my street. I babysat him a few times. A very, very cryptic boy who tends to sing about everything he experiences, but his fans are dumb. They're quite stupid. They don't really understand the lyrics because this is how Nigerians are. They see Wizkid and Tiwa Savage making out in a video. They think something's going on. This is how our people are. Davido is very cryptic. He sang songs that are so cryptic that only if you know him and what his background is, you wouldn't understand. One ticket. One ticket when he went abroad to Atlanta to marry Amanda. Even his fans can't tell me who Amanda is. What is Amanda's name? They can't tell you. They'll call her Amanda, Mandy, Mandy. They don't know her name. She's married to Davido. You'll know, and I'll show you the birth, the death. I say the birth, the death, the marriage certificate. David Adeleke, the son of a billionaire, the son of a multi-billionaire, whose story I've been watching since birth. The 19th of November, 2013. He fathered a child that was born on that day. The 19th of November, 1992, his mother went into labor with him and delivered him early on the 21st. The 19th of November, 2015, his father got divorced from his second wife, and he hasn't been married since. DJ Adeleke, the billionaire, is a single man, very unhappy when he looks back at his life. Money, power, the curse of power. Davido living in the Illuminati, Freemason, call it what you want to call it. But I know more than you do. I'm going to make this short because I only have 1 gig. I've used a lot of data today. And I don't have money for data. Somebody sent me money from that last broadcast. Ibrahim, oh God, I can't switch the phone now. Thank you, whoever that was. Thank you for your donation. I really appreciate it. I'm going to buy another 10 gigs tonight. I see you're enjoying this documentary. This is a really tough part. I want to do this in about 30 minutes, but it's not a 30-minute part. I'm trying to really have, sympathy for my fans who don't have data, the ones in Nigeria. The death of DJ Olu, Chime, and Tagbo. 3 people that were in Davido's inner circle. I personally, as a journalist, investigated this case, and I was deep into it, and I was getting somewhere. And then they arrested me the 3rd time. I happened to be in Port Harcourt when I was doing this investigation. I went for my court date, and I didn't know I was going to be arrested because I didn't come for the last court date, which I had a letter of sickness for, and the lawyer didn't give it to the judge because they paid him not to. Something he confessed later, and something I had to blast the Afe Babalala firm. He spelled the name of Afe Babalala, a big lawyer, in a high-profile case. I think they let him go. Fatai Lawal is a fraud. Okay, so it was good they arrested me, right? No, I was doing Davido's case actively. By the time I got to prison, every new inmate that came in had to update me on that case. And they told me, oh, they've dismissed everything. Tagbo's family tried to sue, but they didn't get anywhere with it. I finally met Tagbo's family. I finally spoke to them, and they told me a secret that I should not disclose, and I didn't disclose it. They gave me most of the information about Tagbo's death. When Linda Keji posted a fake autopsy for Tagbo, and Linda posted a lot of fake things. Remember that autopsy? That Tagbo had drank like 26 shots of tequila? And it wasn't Tagbo's autopsy, it was that of a girl in America. The Punch carried it off Linda Keji, and the Punch looked bad. Tagbo's family, who were outside the autopsy mortuary. Tagbo hadn't had an autopsy yet. And Linda already had it on her blog, a fake one. You can see the autopsy. If you're ready, you'll see words that apply to American hospitals, American TV stations. Well, we know Linda's fake anyway. She doesn't do well in news. I'm going to take over Linda this year. My blog is open, hnafrica.live. Go there. On your phone, use the web version and put your email on top. It's a live blog. You'll know when I'm blogging. I work 12-hour days. And let's get to DJ, Olu, Tagbo, and Shime. Because that case hurt me when the inmates, the newborns come, and the newborns tell you the case has been closed. Let me tell you what a newborn is. If I'm in prison, October 12th, which is when they arrested me, and somebody comes in November 15th, a new inmate, that's a newborn. That person that came on November 15th will have to tell us what's going on because we have no access for TV, radio, or newspapers. That's the life in prison. Nothing, no internet. So if you think I'm addicted to the internet, I'm not. I was with it without phone, without news, without one out. We don't know what's going on outside the walls. So when the newbies come, the newborns have to tell us what's going on. So this frauds that came in, this EFCC girl that stole 7 million. I say, hey, look, if you can steal 7 million, you're smart. Get here. Do you know, Davido, the case with the friends that died? What's going on with that case? Oh, Tagbo's family sued and then they dismissed it. But I heard that in prison. But that's not the end, because Nigeria will make it the end. You guys have to remember that you're Nigeria, a country where somebody dies and it's never solved. When these cases are never solved, there is an element of suspicion. There's an element of suspicion. I've worked in intelligence, and I know. I worked in intelligence in Toronto Police, even in America. Right now, my story is trending about the 10-year challenge. Most of you have seen it on Instablog Nigeria. They're all rushing to my page now. Maybe 1,000 people in the last hour. If you're coming to my page on Instagram, please, I don't run it like Instablog Nigeria. You don't come there fighting. I've shut the comments down now. There's one thing about me. You believe in me or you don't. I don't want any woman is crazy. I don't want any of that. Okay? You go to another page. There's too many pages. Now, I was talking to you about Vero's death. You've already heard it on a previous one, maybe chapter 4 or 5. Veronica Adeleke does not need justice. Okay, so stop. I'm getting that a lot on Instagram. Vero does not need justice. Justice for what? They didn't do her bad. She married into that life. She married a rich man. She married a successful man who had a baby mama. Maybe you didn't know that. Wale is from a baby mama. Chairman HKN. Wale Adeleke was born for Grace, another woman, before Vero. At the end of the day, you have to really think well. When you marry somebody and he's successful and then he goes to a different level, he's rich, you like the money. And then you start getting restricted, can't go out, can't do this, can't do that. It's your choice to leave that marriage. If you want to stay in it, you stay in it. When you get frustrated enough and depressed, you kill yourself. Untreated depression causes suicide. So, Vero doesn't need any justice. She's gone. I told you never to respect the dead. The dead doesn't want you to respect them. But I'm going to tell the story. Because the baby involved that Davido fathered and he forgot. That baby came into my life after this one. He said, oh, stupid woman, go all your pussy. Okay. The same Davido I supported on my birthday, playing his music and doing it karaoke with media in front of me. The same Davido I investigated for the deaths of his friend. Let me tell you about the friends. Let's start with DJ Olu. If you've ever seen a video of DJ Olu, in London or somewhere, one of them shoplifted in the store and the security went out with them and Davido was shouting in the video, we're all millionaires, we're all billionaires, something like that. It's an old video. The black guy you see walking, dark skin, that's DJ Olu, Dapò Abiodun's child. DJ Olu is Gbemiga Abiodun, and that's the son of Dapò Abiodun. Dapò Abiodun is running for governor of Ogun State today. Okay? You see, when they have money, they want power. Dapò Abiodun has a lot of money. He's a billionaire. And DJ Olu was dating the daughter of our governor here, Ajimobi's daughter. And Ajimobi is my grandmother's nephew. So the governor is related to me, okay, as a second cousin. And he used to come to Ibadan a lot to visit the daughter. He was Davido's DJ. Every artist has a DJ, and that DJ follows them everywhere. Because when they have a concert, the DJ has to spin. DJs are very unique to artists. When I was in Toronto, okay, I was very close to Drake. I mentored him. I helped him promote his mixtapes and things. He had Future, DJ Future. Somali, was he Ethiopian or Somalia? I think it was Ethiopian. Future was Ethiopian. And everywhere Drake went, he went. Usher came to Toronto. Usher has his own DJ. Some of the DJs became popular just because they were DJs of more famous artists. So DJ Olu was Davido's DJ. Tagbo came. His family gave me a secret after he died. I kept that secret for a year and a half. And I finally revealed it with their permission after 18 months. Did you know that Tagbo's mother died immediately after Tagbo died? Not even 2 weeks. You're hearing it for the first time? Fine. After she heard about her son's death in the city, she lives in the village, in the city, with a big artist called Davido, his crew member. The woman couldn't bear it anymore. She just died. So that death lingered for a year and a half before I could even, it was the first anniversary of all their deaths that I now decided, let me ask Tagbo's sister, should I announce now? She said yes. Many people saw it on Twitter, but they didn't pay attention. But I did announce it. Davido caused Tagbo's mother a lot of headache. Davido caused Caroline Danjuma a lot of headache. Danjuma was going out with Tagbo, and Danjuma accused Davido of knowing something or hiding something. The initial investigation pointed to the fact that Tagbo was suffocated in that car. Why did they put him in that car and put the windows up when he was totally drunk? Was there a contest to see who would get drunk the most? They said they bet on money. So when he was over drunk, you now asked your security guards at Enterprise to put him in the car and put the window up. Somebody totally drunk, and then you suffocate them and they die. Then you hop into another club with your manager, Asik or something, the one dating the Tedola guy, girl, Asika or something. You guys move to the next club. 3 a.m. you're tweeting, R.I.P. Tagbo just died. Davido, you had no emotions. Davido, you had no sympathy. Davido, you just said R.I.P. just like that, and you're still in the club. Rest in peace, I'm shocked, blah, blah, blah. You leave the club, you don't tweet. Oh, come on. 30 billion for the account, though. Did you use them for money rituals? I asked you on Ask Davido. You created Ask Davido. I'm asking you now, and it's not slander. You see, when you write something, it's defamation. When you say it, it's slander. A combination, libel. It's not even slander. I'm asking you. I asked you on your video, what did you reply? Weary. Get it. 30 billion for the account. Davido was planning a 30 billion tour. Why was that amount in the tour name? Was it 30 billion naira coming? Within days, DJ Olu, Chime. They went to eat at a restaurant. The exact location of that restaurant, I don't know. But some people said Banana Island. The report said Banana Island. There's only one restaurant in Banana Island, I just learned. And the owner of that restaurant came out to me and said, Kemi, please, it's not my restaurant. Are you the only restaurant in the whole of Banana Island? I don't go to Lagos once a year. I have never been to Banana Island. I have never even been to Abuja. I lived abroad all my life. So when I come home, I don't have anything to do in Abuja. I don't know anybody there. Lagos, same thing. The people I knew in Lagos, I grew up in Ikoyi. And they're telling me Banana Island is in Ikoyi. I don't know where it is, but I did grow up in Ikoyi on Bedroll Road, the house that Muritala Mohammed died in when he left in the morning. Okay, and I grew up there knowing the Lawrence twins, Ben Bruce, Guy Bruce. All of us were teenagers in that street. Everybody went to either St. Gregory's, FSS, Larry Tejo's show, Bukola Saraki. Everybody. We were all teenagers in those days. And when we left Ikoyi, I went to school abroad, and my dad returned to Ibadan to become governor. Yeah, that's how it happened. So I don't know Banana Island. But the woman said, I'm the only restaurant in Banana Island. I didn't do this. Even people were calling me and said, Kemi, don't say it because the woman can sue you. No, no, she already came to me and her husband. I can say what I want. I'm a journalist. I don't have to know if there's one restaurant in Banana Island. It's not my concern. All I have to report as a journalist is that they ate at a restaurant in Banana Island, and they died. What happened? Linda Keji got involved in this. A stupid thing. I have to say, call her stupid. That's why she lost her Twitter account. I flagged that Twitter account. They discontinued it. 1.9 million fans, fake ones, real ones, bought ones, all gone. What did Linda do that was wrong? What she did is this. First of all, when DJ Olubemi Gabiodun died, Chime died alongside. Chime was not a Davido crew member. He was DJ Olu's friend. And if you look at the Instagram account, if you still go to the Instagram account today, you'll see them both there. Now, those two guys were friends. What we know about them is that Chime is from Anambra State somewhere, and his family lived in Ibadan. When I found out that his family lived in Ibadan, his sister was a pharmacy student, his mother and father lived in Ibadan, I tracked them down. But when I got to their house, they had gone to Lagos to identify his body. So I didn't meet them. And I was going to Port Harcourt for court on Monday. I'm flying over there. So by the time I flew over there, they arrested me there for the warrant, for bench warrant for not coming to court. And the last thing I posted was, there's 4 big posts on Instagram, I'll regrand them. The last thing I posted was the funeral arrangement for Chime. The mother wanted to take the body away and take it to Anambra, to the east. And the Lagos State medical examiner, coroner, would not let them until they finished the autopsy. The mother said, I don't need the autopsy, just give me my child's body. I don't know how that ended because I was arrested. Davido got an award that week. And he did not mention Chime one time. He mentioned DJ Olu, this is for you. Tagbo, the first one was for you. DJ Olu, this is for you. 30 billion in the account, though. Cryptic song. Davido, did you use them for money rituals? Yes or no? You call me wary. In every ounce of wary, that's the truth. You created an element of suspicion. You do not confirm or deny. Where did I say to Olamide that I said to Olamide on live Pulse Nigeria video? Olamide, do you go to a ritualist? A ritualist contacted me and said you owe them money. Spiritual uses. What happened? Olamide's fans bashed me for 3 years. 3 years later, Olamide was singing about ritualist blood money. And then you all coming to me. For what? Did I not tell you these things? Oh, please fuck off. Sadly, you're illiterate. You don't know what investigative journalism is. Well, let's see, 2 more months. 1 month. Is it 30 days? I'm gone. Yeah, 30 days. Told you, I'm leaving. Back to America to my kids. The minute I drop Shore's vote, bye. That's it. Deal with Nigeria. I'm doing Prophet KO. You're telling me I'm a lie. Did you see that prediction that me and what's his name made up? The Kenyan guy? What did he say? Did he not say January 15th or 14th? An attack in Kenya. May 28th, Nigeria. God forbid that May 28th, because 29th is the inauguration of Shore. But the Kenya one happened. God forbid Nigeria. I'll post that one on my Instagram. Well, after they ate at Banana Island at the restaurant, they went to their car on the way out of the garage. They found them dead in the car. They were coughing blood. Thick chunks of blood. I saw pictures. Thick chunks of blood. They said they found hard drugs in their car. At that point, I contacted Police Commissioner Edgar Imohimi that I'm a pharmacist and I'm also a journalist, investigative, and I'm investigating the story. And that nobody, not one person will cough blood up and thick blood like that from any hard drug. One thing I know is that I have certificates from America and awards from the President of the United States, which is how I got my green card for drug abuse education. I wrote a lot in the United States um, Department of Education drug abuse curriculum. Same thing with Baltimore City Schools. My program was infused over there. The mayor gave me an award over there, the county executive in Baltimore County, and the governor of Maryland, Paris Denning, at that time, 1997. I have citations, and I have them online. You can see them. If there's anything I know about drug abuse. So when you come up saying you're drug addicts, all this stuff, you don't play with them. You don't use them as abusive words. You call somebody a drug addict. Do you know what drug addiction is? It can kill people, and it can really turn you into a monster if it doesn't kill you. Addiction is not a funny thing, especially when you're getting off the drugs. Detox. It's painful. You don't know how it is. So stop calling people drug addicts. Cocaine, crack, marijuana, LSD, pills, uppers, downers. None of them will make you cough blood, let alone thick blood. Anything that makes you cough blood means it has cut, okay, your esophagus. This, can you see my neck? Aside from the whitening cream I'm using that I got lighter than Bobrisky, because I put that cream, too much of it on my neck and not enough on my chest, because I'm already light, so I don't put it around my whatever. But look at my neck, guys. Let me turn sideways. You see this thing here? You see it? That thing right there is called the esophagus. Okay, I'm a pharmacist. The esophagus is where everything you eat and swallow goes through. It's also known as the throat. Okay, it's two different things really, but throats and esophagus, they're all in here. If somebody cut your neck now, God forbid they cut my neck, all that stuff is in here. If you cut the esophagus, someone is going to vomit blood. So whenever somebody vomits blood, something has severed the esophagus. It can't happen with hard drugs. I went after Imohini. Edgar. There's 5 posts on Instagram. Cami, let me talk to you. They did not die of hard drugs. I want to know the drugs, the names of it. I'll get back to you. I need to know. By the time Imohini would get back to me, I was arrested in Port Harcourt. I was in the prison. I did not finish the Davido, Tagbo, DJ Olu, and Chime investigation. And I knew Chime was getting buried on Friday. The next day, I was in the prison. They were poisoned. They were murdered. DJ Olu and Chime ate poison. Only poison does that. Only poison cuts the esophagus. Nothing else. I wrote it in a write-up and I told there was no drug overdose. There was no cocaine. There was no marijuana. There was no crack. There was no LSD. Forget pills. There's a lot of pills you can be addicted to. Percocet, Percodan, Vicodin. There was none of that. No pharmaceutical, nothing. The hardest street drug ever was the crack cocaine that they laced with mortician fluid. You know what they call mortician fluid? Embalming fluid. When a dead body is dead, they use it to put around the dead body so it wouldn't rot. That stuff is a hallucinogen. You soak crack cocaine in it, you die. It happened in Baltimore, Maryland when I was living there. A white man who didn't like the scourge of drug addiction in the black communities took crack cocaine and soaked it in embalming fluid and put it in little things and went to sell it in the street to black people. The batch of black people that bought that batch of drugs all died. Almost 15 people died in a 1-week period. They just falling down. When they found out who poisoned the drugs, they arrested the guy and he confessed. Even crack cocaine soaking in embalming fluid doesn't cut your throat and let you bleed. It's poison. Only poison does that. I wasn't there for the autopsy, Celestine. I was in prison. But regardless of what the autopsy is, that's how Davido paid, allegedly, Dr. Alex Shobala, to make that paternity test negative. They pay for everything, the Adela kids. And one day, they're not going to be able to pay anymore. They will pay for their wickedness. They won't be able to pay for things or bribe things. Davido will pay for his wickedness. I told him to read Psalm 21 5 times a day. He didn't do anything. Who's fighting? If you fight on my thread, I'll block you. Stop it. 2 people are fighting. I'm reading those comments. I'm tired. I've been on this thing all day. Internet, phone. My eyes are hurting me. Right now, I'm watching DW on the news of the day. And I'm doing my Anchor podcast. If you follow me on Anchor, anchor.fm/HNN Africa. My podcasts are very interesting. Go listen to them. I have a lot of work to do on there. I have the Brexit deal. I have the gun law thing in Brazil. I'm a world news person. So please stop fighting and listen to me. It's 26 minutes and 48 seconds into this video. Surviving Davido, Part 6. The death of DJ Olu, Chime, and Tagbo. Dakwa Abiodun was very sad. When they died, Linda Ikeji decided to post it on her blog. People called Linda Ikeji from all over Nigeria not to post it because the family was in Dubai and they did not know. Linda went ahead and posted it, left it on her blog. Linda hurt so many people. I was one of the major people that flagged her Twitter so bad, and she lost her Twitter. Don't risk your cat for stuff like that. Linda had many violations, posting corpse, pictures of children, pictures of Femi Kuti's children, saying that the DNA test for them was he was not their father. All kinds of stuff got Linda taken. The main thing, Dakwa Abiodun, saw it on Linda's page, and Linda's. Anytime I blog about something on my page, and you Google it 5 minutes later, bam, it's viral. My first story after 2 years, I said, Ivanka Trump, will she be the next World Bank vice president? It wasn't. I hadn't even put the pen off the mouse when 6 people had read it because they Googled her. That's the kind of traffic I get. Mine's an international one. I've had it since the US and Canada. Linda's is a Nigerian one. So if Dakwa Abiodun Googled his son, he would have seen it. And he did. So he knew his son was dead. He rushed to him, buried him the next day. I think they're Muslims. Chime's own was in a Catholic church. I had all the funeral arrangements and I put it up. And I was arrested that Thursday. The Friday of the Chime funeral, I was in prison. I woke up to prison. What else? Tagbo's death. Mother died 2 weeks after. Nobody knew until a year and a half later, if they even looked. Tagbo's mother was full of heartache. She looked forward to very good things with Tagbo. Davido, are you listening to me? Because you don't know this, you're finding out now. In the corner of your house, I know you're going to sit down, put headphones on, and watch all my videos. You're better. Because you have sinned. You have sinned a lot of people. You have sinned a lot of people. I don't know who killed DJ Olu or Chime. I don't know who poisoned them. But they were all killed in the 1 week. And suddenly you have 30 billion in your account. 30 billion in my account, oh. If you did these things, God is watching. Your mother said I should tell you that you need to get up and go and see Tagbo's mother. I heard Davido avoided Tagbo's funeral. He didn't go, creating another nice element of suspicion. Very brainless child. Somebody was in your crew, a crew member. You should have at least attended the funeral. Not posting outside, well, this award is for you, that one's for you. Nobody needs that. Presence matters. David fucked up. This might not be your usual documentaries with good language. I keep it real. I'm going to be 55. I'm not a child. I'm very intelligent. If I want to destroy you, I'll destroy you. Okay? And I mean destroy. Not by my work, not by writing. If I want to cut you down, I'll cut you down. You know what I mean. You're dealing with a journalist that's also a thug. I'm not a killer. I'm not an assassin. I don't ask people to go kill people. I'm just telling you. Nobody messes with me. I don't entertain bullshit. I'll tell you like the way it is. No child that I carried and babysat and changed diapers for a while their mother went to the mall will tell me 25 years later to go oil my pussy. Do you know who's in your past? I told that story on 2 videos before that. Did you see the nurse in America? The nurse in America was 55 years old. The younger nurse was a male nurse. He was 27. The older one was 55. They were co-workers. They worked together in the same ward, same uniform. Unfortunately, that 27-year-old male nurse didn't know that 55-year-old nurse actually delivered him. Yeah. He didn't know. She knew. And they found out they were co-workers. It's just like me. I'm going to be 55. My son is going to be 32. You don't know where you're going to meet somebody. Davido, I cared for you. I just hurt when I knew that your mom is not here to hear this. Because if I was doing this documentary with your mom alive, it would be a different ball game. I could still do it if she were alive. I knew that Davido's mother was alive. She wouldn't be with his father. That is for sure. Oh, they went ahead and married another woman, Teju. They divorced on the day that Mitchell was 2 years old. 19th of November is not a good day for the Adela kids. But there's something that made it good. The birth of that baby. Dijiolu will never have a baby. Chime will never marry. Dijiolu will never marry. Chime would not be able to give his mother grandchildren. They're both dead. Davido treated their deaths like... I think he went to Dijiolu's funeral, even though that was a Muslim rights thing, I heard. Very sad and very unfortunate. 3 young men at the prime of their lives died around one artist. Finally. You're going to be shocked when I see this. Don't worry. Take this and share it everywhere. You click share. You share to your Twitter, to your Facebook, to your Instagram. When your sharing comes to your YouTube. And also share it to your WhatsApp. That's the fastest way. Share it to your WhatsApp, write up, share it to your status, share it all over the place. I got a phone call from a police officer in Imohimi's office. All I'm going to call him is Officer Mike. I don't like hiding too many names when it comes to protecting the source. There are 4 mics in that department where the CP is. Officer Mike called me and said, "Hey, Madam KOO, I got news for you." Hey, Diego Bualachi. Ibo, I said, wait in there. See this Kingo. They call Oga. They call Oga saying a senator tell him, say, what did they do with their child? When they do investigation, do you know what that means in Pidgin? The officer said, see this king, Oba Akiolu, the Oba of Lagos. The officer told a journalist under anonymity that the king of Lagos, Oba Akiolu, allegedly, I have to use the word allegedly. I'm not going to be arrested by any stupid person in Nigeria anymore for anything. I use the non-affirmative word allegedly with the BOME. They still arrested me and botched the investigation and let me go. There are things about that case you don't know that I'll tell you on the 22nd of January, the 1-year anniversary of that testimony I did. There's a reason why I did that testimony. The police begged me. Idris' office begged me to drop that case. I didn't want to drop it because I knew when they found out I actually had that news tip. It's not that I didn't have it. What they were saying was that I wrote it and they didn't know it was 8 pages. I wrote the 1 page. They didn't know it was 8 pages. So she really received something. What happened to that attorney general? He died because I cursed. Everybody around this case is going to die. 3 people. Number 1 person that died was the police officer that took him to court. Came to work, had a headache, died. Hemorrhage. 2, the attorney general of River State died. The one that said she's not a journalist. She doesn't receive news tip. She hates men of God. She's a fake this. I have the documents right there. He died. Why? 1 more person. Let's keep watching. It ain't be with me, I can tell you that. The city Yabojo will keep watching. The Sigbemini Dibola, the one that sent the fake news tip, we'll keep watching. But what that officer said to me was that Oba, the king of Lagos, allegedly called them and told the chief that he shouldn't mess with their child on orders of a senator, Senator Adeleke. In other words, Demola Adeleke called the king of Lagos to call the CP that they shouldn't mess with Davido when the CP arrested Davido to come in for questioning. Maybe we shouldn't use the word arrest. They detained Davido for a couple of hours and his lawyer came because they wanted to question him about Tagbo's death. And he didn't come in the first time. They had to bring him in with the lawyer next to him. And you must have your lawyer when you go to police. I didn't. They didn't give me that chance. Believe me, I'm seeking legal advice. At the end of the day, is that why that investigation was botched with Tagbo and possibly the others? Did the king warn the police commissioner because a senator was ordering that? Why didn't the senator call the police commissioner directly? Do you know that if Demola Adeleke called Mohimi directly, the police commissioner ain't gonna do shit? He's doing his job. I know that for a fact. But if a king calls the police commissioner, that's a different ballgame, guys. A royal father. He probably like slow down. When they told me Mohini was going to another place, and then I heard he's not going anywhere, he's coming back to Lagos, I was happy. I'll pay my courtesy visits sometimes. It's doing a good job though. But Davido's investigation was not deep and thorough enough. I did more as an investigative journalist. I'll post a post. I'll tell you where to go look for it. Rest in peace, Tagbo. Rest in peace, DJ Olu. Rest in peace, Chime. Whoever influenced this investigation that it didn't get thorough, God would deal with them mercilessly. If it's money that bought representation or any kind of cover-up, God would deal with them mercilessly. I'm a prophet and I put my hands up that if these boys were poisoned and murdered, God would deal with the person mercilessly. It's my left hand. As a prophet. Look at my lines. See my palm hands? God would deal with them mercilessly. Who's this person? Don't beg for Davido. Don't fucking beg for him. You go get him to come and beg me. I'm in number 6. I have 4 bad chapters left. Don't beg for him. Just as Demola went to that king, for that king to use his powers on that police commissioner, if it really happened, is the very same way that a king is actually talking to my dad now. A king in Osun State, Ede, their king. Same king that that little girl's grandmother went to see. If it's true, he needs to come directly to me. He can't pay out this one. What am I doing this for? I'm doing it because Vero wants me to do it. What am I raising that little girl for? Why did I pay her school fees? Why am I opening a bank account for her in the morning? Because Vero wanted me to. Why am I getting a passport for her? Davido. Hey, let me wrap it up. I lost my data. I told you I only had 1 gig. It's gone. 0 data depleted. Now I got to get more data. Thank you for the person that donated money to my bank. I really appreciate you. You watched the show. And somebody just sent me money on PayPal. I just saw it. I don't know how much it is, but I just said PayPal said I have money. Whatever it is, with $10, $20, $30, I don't care. I thank you for it. My modem has run out of credit, so I'm looking at you now via the MTN on the phone, which is not strong enough. It's 4G, but it doesn't carry like the Wi-Fi, but it's carrying it now. Ladies and gentlemen, men and women, fans of Kemi Olunloyo, Surviving Davido Part 6 has ended. It's a sad, unfortunate tale. Very, very sad. What can we do? They're gone. Davido's out there making money, leading a reckless life, abusing people left and right, threatening journalists, threatening people's parents. Davido said if they born your papa and mama well, that's what he said to Ayo Jaguda, the blogger, because that one said that Wonder Woman's views are bought. So if you're born you will enter Niger, you're both American citizens. He told him. Journalist. See you in court, bitch. The cable engine. Kemi Olunloyo, all your pussy weary. Cheap drugs. I'm using cheap drugs, Davido. No, your mother used expensive drugs, cocaine. Only the rich uses cocaine. She died. Who gave it to her? Why was it in the house? Was your father using cocaine? It was very common in everybody rich houses. Wale, only the rich get oil blocks. Only the rich use cocaine. There's one YouTube channel I want to take down tonight. I took one down this morning. Unfortunately, I can't help you. When YouTube deletes your channel, that's it. You violate copyright, that's it. You say the wrong things, harassment, bullying, that's it. I'm not going to announce the name of this channel, but I want to take it down. That girl has 80 videos. It's sad. I took my brother his 400 videos down. Don't break rules. If you know yourself, and I'm sure she's watching, take your video down. Because one, you stole my video content. Two, you called me a self-acclaimed journalist and crazy woman that Linda Ikeji paid bail for. No. I never asked Linda Ikeji for money for bail. Okay, my bail was paid by one person, a lawyer that represented me. I didn't pay legal fees. 1 million naira, Kayode Ajulo, human rights lawyer. I set up a fundraiser for travel legal expenses. If you don't know what that is, that's not bail. The money I used to fly back and forth to court. That's what Linda gave me 100,000 for. Linda and I did not settle. That's what this guy wrote. We did not settle anything. I have not seen Linda Ikeji but one time in my life. We did not settle anything. Linda apologized very sarcastically to me on Twitter in 2013, but she has never apologized since. She destroyed my business. I'm going to continue reporting about Linda until there's no news about her. There's always news. I just haven't scanned her. You're not going to be seeing it anymore on Instagram. You're going to be reading on my blog so I can make money like her. The traffic is going to be high. The sperm that made JC, I finally figured it out whose sperm it was. So go to the blog, hnetafrica.live. Click the email on the top. If you're looking on your phone, you wouldn't see the email thing. You have to look web version. Put your email, you get the notice. I'm Kemi Olunloyo, Nigerian journalist. I'm Nigerian. That's why I call myself Nigerian journalist. Most of you can't even identify as a Nigerian. Surviving Davido's chapter 6 is over. Chapter 7. What is in chapter 7? The birth of Mitchell Anoluwapo Adeleke, Imade Adeleke, Haley Veronica Adeleke, the children, and what they need to Davido's life. The baby mamas, chapter 7. That is going to be tomorrow.